Well, hello there, fellow gamers. As you can probably tell, over the last few weeks I have been developing a game. Or at least trying to. You see, I'm not actually that good at programming, or making games in general. But that doesn't matter, because I'm gonna try anyway. What matters is that it's gonna be awesome. Well, that's the plan at least. So the first thing we need is a character controller. With that in mind, I started working. After a little while of coding and looking at practice tutorials, I got myself a working character controller. Well, kind of working. After fixing my OBS settings, I decided the next step should be making some weapons, so I got back to work. A little while of coding and looking at practice tutorials later, I made a bow you can shoot. I also made some UI and sound effects. I also made an enemy, but currently he doesn't really do anything. As you can see, there is a health bar, and if it goes below 0, you die. Yeah, shocking, I know. I also made a arrow counter, you know, to count arrows. Lastly, if you kill the enemy, he drops an item that you can pick up to get more of those juicy, spicy, delicious arrows. I started off the day by making the enemy look at you, which made him look kinda creepy. I also made him shoot an invisible ray at you to check if there are objects in the way. Then I did some coding nerd stuff, which made him not care about you when you are hiding behind an object or just too far away. One long coding session later, I made him walk forward when he can't see you. I also made an obstacle avoidance mechanism that, as you can see, works perfectly. You okay there, buddy? On day 4 I decided that the enemies are a bit too epic gamer for my taste. So I made them a bit slower and stupider. That made it a little easier to kill them, but the fact that they still had aimbot didn't really help either. I ended the day by making a pretty map and giving it some nicely colored fog to make my game look a bit more nice. I also found a cool skybox on the asset store to go with it. On day 5, 6 and 7 I didn't really do anything. After a few days of doing absolutely nothing, I made a completely new map, and I also made my own trees because the old map and trees made my computer into a toaster for some reason. So because I'm too lazy to write this part of the script, the trees and the foliage and stuff, that's just gonna be a montage. Birds are important. Birds can fly. Birds are the pinnacle of nature itself. Birds are the only dinosaurs that survived the big rock. A world with no birds would be like a ham sandwich without ham, or a lemonade without lemon juice. We need birds. So I got back to work. The first thing I did was to make the bird shoot a ray at the player. If the ray can reach the player, it's red, but if the player is too far away, it's green, and the bird will despawn. The second thing I did was to make the bird move, as you can see right here. When I made the bird into a prefab though, the ray thing did not work correctly, so I just replaced it with a timer. A little while of looking at tutorials later, I had created a system that spawned the birds randomly. It would be nice if the birds didn't all go in the same direction though, so I gave them all a random orientation on the y-axis. That definitely helped make them look a little more natural. Currently the birds are all just floating balls, so I hopped over into Blender to make a little bird model. Well, it doesn't look that good, but it's better than nothing. I think giving them animations would definitely help, but I have no idea how to do that. Well, that's everything I did up till now. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, you may want to subscribe to the channel for when the next video comes out. Also, this is my first video, so if you have any feedback I would love to hear it in the comments. Thank you for watching and bye bye.